I hereby call to order the 144th commencement exercises for Bridgewater College. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As Grand Marshal, I am pleased to welcome you to Bridgewater College and our commencement exercises for the class of 2024. Please give Dr. Christine Carrillo and the Bridgewater College Symphonic Band, as well as our bagpiper, Kathy Boyer, a round of applause for their wonderful music this morning. Please remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the invocation offered by Reverend Aaron Skinner and members of the class of 2024.
Graduates, take a deep breath. Take a look around. You have worked so hard to arrive here today, and you're surrounded by people that are excited to celebrate with you. While many graduating classes have paved the way for you to be here today, no one class is the same. Each of you have navigated unique challenges and incredible successes leading up to graduation, and you've grown tremendously in the process. One of the ways that we honor this moment is through prayers from our graduates. I invite Lizzie Mumbert and Mariri Slasher to lead our community in prayer.
Please join me in prayer. God, we give you thanks. In this season of life, we have witnessed your love in countless ways. We come to this moment with gratitude for the friendships we've made, for the wisdom shared by professors, for the joy we have found, and the ways you've helped us grow. Even in the midst of difficult days, you've reminded us that your love endures forever. Be with us now as we prepare for the journey ahead. Amen.
Dios, te damos gracias en esta temporada en donde hemos sido testigos de tu amor en muchas maneras. Hemos llegado a este momento con gratitud por todas las amistades que hemos formado, por la sabiduría compartida por los profesores, por la alegría que hemos vivido y por las formas en que usted, Dios, nos ha ayudado a crecer. Incluso en medio de las dificultades, nos has recordado que tu amor perdura para siempre. Dios, te pedimos que te quedes con nosotros en esta nueva etapa y te damos toda gloria y honra. Amén.
Please be seated. At this time, it is my distinct privilege to introduce to you the president of Bridgewater College, Dr. David Bushman.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. On behalf of our faculty and staff, it's an honor to welcome all of you to these, the 144th commencement exercises of Bridgewater College. This is a celebration of and for our graduates, but if you're here today, it means you've played an important role in their lives, and it's your celebration as well. Congratulations to all of you. You honor us and our graduates with your presence here today. It's now my pleasure to introduce to you the members of our platform party. I'll start with a number of individuals who give unselfishly of their time, their talent, and their treasure in stewarding Bridgewater College as members of our Board of Trustees. They hold the institution in trust, connecting our past to our future, and upholding their fiduciary duties of care and loyalty in service to the college. I'll ask them to stand as I read their names, and I'd ask you to please hold your applause until I have introduced all of them today. First, I'll start with the chair of our Board of Trustees, Mr. Bruce Christian, parent of an alum from the class of 2006. Dr. Corey Adamson from the class of 1991. Ms. Jennifer Hedrick from the class of 1997. Dr. Michael Kiles from the class of 1972 and parent of a member of the class of 2005. The Reverend Dr. Paul Mundy, parent of graduates from the class of 2004 and 2007. The Reverend Will Nolan from the class of 1963. Mr. Justin Pruitt, class of 2005. Mr. Mark Sherman, class of 1992. Mr. Ashley Smith, class of 1985 and parent of a graduate in the class of 2023. Mr. Rob Stoltzman, class of 1983. Dr. Ben Wampler, class of 1982 and parent of graduates in the classes of 2014, 2017, 2020, and 2023. And Ms. Kathy Wright from the class of 1981. Please join me in recognizing their service to the college. Next, I'd like to recognize the members of our senior leadership team who are with us here today. And again, please hold your applause until all of the vice presidents have been introduced. First, Dr. Leona Sevick, our provost and executive vice president. Mr. Steve Bright, our vice president for finance and treasurer. Mr. Kurt Kendall, director of athletics. Mrs. Abby Parkhurst, vice president for marketing and communications. Mr. Michael Post, vice president for enrollment management. Mrs. Meg Reiner, vice president for institutional advancement. And Dr. Leslie Frere, vice president for student life and dean of students, who is with our students. Please join me in applauding their good work on behalf of our students. Finally, I want to introduce the remaining members of the platform party. Again, please reserve your applause until each has been introduced. First, Ms. Jill Early, president of the Bridgewater College Alumni Association. Reverend Aaron Skinner, our campus chaplain. And our registrar, Ms. Sherry Phelps. Please join me in recognizing their many contributions to the college. I'd like now, as I do each year at commencement, to say a few words about our faculty and staff. The distinctiveness of a college and the success of its students depends to a very large extent on the talent and dedication of its faculty. The Bridgewater faculty is certainly talented and dedicated, and it's a privilege to serve alongside of them. Please hold your applause now as I ask the faculty to rise and remain standing for just a few minutes. It's always the case that the success of our academic community depends on the quality of classroom teaching and of the scholarly and professional accomplishment of the faculty. These are not easy times for higher education. So many in our society have lost confidence in the work we do and question the value of a college degree. In the face of these challenges, you, our faculty, have demonstrated care and commitment for our students and for each other and for the well-being of the college as a whole. I wish the skeptics could be here today to see that the real value of higher education lives in you and in the students who will soon walk across this stage and in their lives that you have helped transform. And to our graduates, I urge you never to forget the efforts of this faculty on your behalf. They have guided you to this moment, and they expect much of you in the years to come. You can honor their work best by striving to live as they do in service to others. I'd ask all those present, and especially our students, to join me now in a moment of recognition for the ongoing and exceptional work of our faculty. Thank you all. Please be seated. And finally, there are many, many people who are instrumental in the success of our graduates, but who are rarely in the spotlight. Our staff display the same dedication and commitment as our faculty, but their efforts are outside the classroom. The breadth of operations required to make a college work is too great to describe here, but the work of our faculty in the classroom would not be possible without the work of our staff outside the classroom. Every single staff member has played a necessary role in the success and well-being of our students. Like the faculty, you've demonstrated a special care for them and a commitment to their success. Nearly all of those staff members are here today helping to make this event a success too. I'd ask all those present to join me in a moment of recognition for that ongoing and exceptional work of our staff. Thank you all very much. It's now my pleasure to introduce the chair of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Bruce Christian. Bruce.
Thank you, David. Good morning. Well done. This is a great day to be at Bridgewater College. I am pleased to bring greetings and congratulations on behalf of the Bridgewater Board of Trustees. I extend a warm BC welcome to the families, faculty, staff, and friends who have gathered here under this tent to celebrate and to welcome this class. And most of all, yes, class of 2024, we are here for you. Whether you are an undergrad, all 4 years, a transfer student, or one of our master's graduates, congratulations. I mentioned at commencement last year, the class of 2023 entered college in what we would have called normal times, only to have their first year turned upside down by COVID. I'm looking out at you now. I wish I could say I could see you, but the lights, oh, there you are, okay. I'm looking out at you because you're the ones who decided in the midst of all of that to take a chance on Bridgewater College. August of 2020 seems so long ago. Think back to the emotions that you were feeling at that time as you moved on to campus. Things were different for sure. Your anticipation of college life came with more than a little sense of uncertainty. Now these years have flown by as Bridgewater and you persevered through the gyrations of COVID and other tumults, and both you and the college stand stronger today. Each of you was called to be here. Bridgewater is a community in the truest sense. You have grown here. You're connected to both the history and the future of this special place. I was watching you as you were walking into this tent, and I reflected on the miles you have walked to get you to this place. Each step you took has brought you to this moment. Now you are prepared to go out into the world, equipped with the knowledge, skills, and confidence developed within these walls and storied halls. Hannah Holborn Gray, President Emerita of the University of Chicago, observed that education should not be intended to make people comfortable. It is meant to make them think. Universities should be expected to provide conditions within which hard thought, and therefore strong disagreement, independent judgment, and the questioning of stubborn assumptions can flourish in an environment of the greatest freedom. I have no doubt that each of you has experienced just that in your time here at BC. What this community does so well is to allow each person to find place here, become planted, and flourish. You are forever connected to this place and to one another. And before you depart, I would just ask you to ponder a fondest memory of Bridgewater. And somewhere in that memory, I hope that you will include all those who made it possible for you to be here. We are a college of excellence. Thank you for making the extraordinary possible every day. Thank you for making our vision real for Bridgewater College today and into the future. I trust that you will return often. This is your home. Congratulations, class of 2024, and God bless you.
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you for your leadership on our board. Next, we have greetings from the president of the Bridgewater College Alumni Association, Ms. Jill Early, class of 91.
Thank you, Dr. Bushman. Good morning. It is with a great deal of eagle pride that I officially welcome you to the next phase of your life as you become our newest Bridgewater class alumni. On behalf of the more than 15,000 BC alumni from around the world, I bring greetings and congratulations to the 2024 graduating class of Bridgewater College. As alumni, you will now call upon the critical skills you developed here at BC. You created new ways to learn. You pushed yourselves to explore new concepts. You embraced the value of diversity of backgrounds and ideas. And you became leaders by understanding the power of connection and collaboration. The strength of our connections allows great things to happen. So please know that your bond with your alma mater will always remain. I encourage you to stay connected to BC, and there are so many ways to remain engaged. Connect with the Bridgewater College Alumni Group on LinkedIn. Stay in touch with your classmates, teammates, professors, and coaches. Keep your contact information at the college updated. Consider ways you might serve as a volunteer. Maybe come and help the next class of freshmen on move-in day. And of course, come back for homecoming festivities October 10th through the 13th. I invite you to be an active part of a unique and exclusive community, a group of individuals who wear crimson and gold with pride and who continue to support Bridgewater College's mission. You are one of us. It is my honor and privilege to officially welcome you into the Bridgewater College Alumni Association Bridgewater College class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill, and thank you also for your good work and your energy as president of our Alumni Association. You provide a wonderful example of alumni engagement and care for our alma mater. Greetings from the graduate program candidates will be offered by Brianna Roach, undergraduate class of 2023, and a graduate this year, class of 24, with a Master of Science in Psychology. And she's from Rockingham, Virginia. Brianna?
Good morning, faculty, staff, friends, and family, and a special welcome to the class of 2024. Today is the day you have been eagerly awaiting for a number of years, the day you have thought of any time you have felt the overwhelming stress of each semester. I'm here to represent the 4 graduate programs at Bridgewater, speaking on behalf of all of you receiving your master's degree today. Getting a master's degree is a big deal, so I want each and every one of you to really take some time to be proud of yourselves today, because you have put so much of yourselves into your schooling, and this is the first day of the rest of your lives. Today is absolutely huge. The last time I was in front of a large group of people, it was during my 6th grade talent show. This was over a decade ago, but I still remember it perfectly. I decided to do a performance for the talent show, but rather than doing something normal, like singing, dancing, or reading poetry, I decided to do tricks on my pogo stick that I had just gotten for Christmas. The performance was going really well until about halfway through when my pogo stick slipped on the freshly waxed stage, and I fell right on my butt in front of everyone. So, this speech is aimed to be my redemption. So my one goal is to at least remain on my feet until the end. Hopefully I can do that. On the bright side, I did get up and finish my performance after I fell, despite being mortified. A few weeks after the pogo stick incident, I was scrolling through Pinterest, as any preteen in 2013 would, and I came across a quote by Vince Lombardi that read, "The greatest accomplishment is not in never falling, but in rising again after you fall." Of course, this quote is most likely not intended to be taken literally, but I absolutely did, and I instantly thought of that fateful day. I loved this quote so much that my crafty mom had it embroidered on my softball bat bag, and it remained there for the next 6 years. I'm sure as you are sitting through this ceremony today, you will most likely be reflecting on your time as a Bridgewater College student. I'm also sure that most of you, like me, fell down on more than one occasion while working towards this degree. While reflecting, I urge you not to mourn these falls, but to take pride in each time you stood up again and kept going, for you would not be walking across the stage today if you had remained on the ground. As we leave this place that has been our home for 3, 4, or even 5 years today, it goes without saying that most of us will be fearful for what is to come. We will have a fear of failure. I mentioned that it has been over a decade since the infamous middle school talent show, and I will admit that I have been terrified of being in front of groups of people ever since, even if it was just a presentation in front of our master's program of a whopping 7 people. My fear of failure intensified after this humiliating incident, and I allowed it to control my life, to stop me from taking opportunities. However, to make mistakes is to be human. Living your life to the fullest will come with a fear of failure, and that is okay. So, as you walk away from this place that has been home for you, know that you will fall, but also know that you will get back up again too, and that's the accomplishment to be proud of. Take that leap of faith and chase whatever dreams you have. Thank you to my amazing friends, family, and professors for picking me up when I have fallen and have been unable to get back up myself. People like you are so important, and I would not be standing on this stage or shaking Dr. Bushman's hand later if I didn't have you to guide me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Congratulations, graduates, and good luck with everything you may do in the future.
Thank you, Brianna. Molly Louderbeck, class of 24 and senior class president, will offer greetings next. She's a family and consumer sciences major from Stanley, Virginia.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and staff, proud family and friends, and my fellow graduates. As I stand before you today, I'm filled with mixed emotions: excitement, nostalgia, and a touch of nervousness. It feels like just yesterday we were moving into our first year dorms and trying to find out where our classes were in this new, unfamiliar place. I can't believe that 4 years are over and we're starting a new chapter in our lives today. Do you remember the first day of freshman year? The uncertainty and the wide-eyed wonder? We came to Bridgewater in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Everything we thought we knew about college and the real world was flipped upside down. We were worried about how we would make friends or what would happen if we forgot our mask at home. But we overcame those challenges and we made it here, the day we've been looking forward to for the past 4 years. We've conquered exams, aced presentations, and formed bonds that will last a lifetime. Our journey has been one of growth, resilience, and camaraderie, in which we should all be very proud of. As I reflect on our collective achievements, I am filled with immense pride. Together, we have demonstrated resilience in the face of adversity, compassion for our peers, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge. We have fostered a sense of community that extends far beyond the confines of these walls, bound together by shared experiences and a common goal: to make a positive impact on the world around us. Life threw many curveballs our way: a pandemic, unexpected quizzes, tragedy, sleepless nights, the occasional existential crisis, and even a gloomy graduation day. But we persevered. Our class is nothing if not resilient. We've learned that setbacks are stepping stones, and failures are mere detours on the road to success. My fellow Eagles, I challenge you to keep pushing forward. When life knocks you down, get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving. Remember, disappointment leads to clarity, and clarity fuels conviction. Let us remember the lessons we've learned and the friendships we've forged along the way. Let us carry the values of integrity, perseverance, and compassion that have guided us thus far. And let us never forget the incredible impact we can have when we work together. We're a diverse bunch: artists, scientists, musicians, athletes, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. Our uniqueness lies in our individual stories, passions, and perspectives. Let's celebrate our originality as we step into the world beyond these storied halls. Don't be afraid to color outside of the lines, challenge conventions, and create your own path. The world needs your fresh ideas, your audacity, and your unwavering belief in change. But as we stand on the threshold of graduation, we must acknowledge that our journey does not end here. In fact, it is only just beginning. As we step out into the world, we will be faced with new challenges and opportunities, each one offering a chance for growth and discovery. It is up to us to seize these moments and continue to strive for excellence in all that we do. Take a moment to look around. Our families, friends, professors, and coaches have cheered us on, believed in us, and celebrated our victory. Let's express our heartfelt gratitude, and as we move forward, let's carry their support with us. I have been so blessed with amazing support systems that have stuck with me throughout my time at Bridgewater. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and the rest of my family for always supporting me and helping me believe in myself. Thank you to my very best friends that BC gave me. You never fail to cheer me up and cheer me on. Thank you to my professors, especially Dr. Hoskins and Professor Roadcap, who have supported me and dealt with me during my ongoing career crisis. Thank you to all the faculty and staff who have supported us and helped us get here today. And thank you to my fellow class officers, Bree, Emily, and Ashley. Because of you all, we had an amazing senior week and made lots of memories. In closing, it has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your class president, and I am endlessly grateful for the opportunity to represent such an extraordinary group of individuals. My dear classmates, let's embrace the unknown with open hearts. We're not saying goodbye, we're saying, see you in a few years, when we're significantly smarter, wealthier, funnier, and more attractive than we are right now. Congratulations, class of 2024. May your journey be as extraordinary as the memories we've created together. Thank you.
Thank you, Molly. Aiden Keller is the 2024 Bridgewater College Founders Award winner and will offer some reflections on behalf of the graduates. Aiden is a health and exercise science major from Strasburg, Virginia.
This is the greatest day of my life. If I move or close my eyes, it'll be gone, and so will I. So come on in and stay a while. Years are just moments in a great big pile. As I've been gearing up for commencement over the past few weeks, these lyrics from one of my favorite poets, Mr. Zach Bryan, have been cycling through my head. Throughout my time at Bridgewater, I can say without hesitation that there have been many greatest days of my life. Crushing exams after some late night study sessions, working on research over the summer with Dr. Ray, going to conferences with Dr. Shute, and many, many other moments in between. And I'm certain that all of you can also think back on some greatest days of your life from your time at BC. Winning a major game or meet after a busy season of practice, seeing your favorite food being served over at the K, or really locking in and getting a good grade in one of your hardest classes. Regardless of how big or small these moments and days seem, they were all positive memories that made a strong impact. Here today, it truly does seem like we just moved or closed our eyes at some point during the first year, and the time to move forward to new places and new chapters has arrived. Now that we have come on in and stayed a while, it is important to reflect back and appreciate all of these moments in a great big pile. I know that most people look at the diploma as a symbol of graduation, but I encourage you all to put a greater emphasis on the memories. Just take a chance to reflect back on all of the moments and connections that you have made here. I took some time the other day just to scroll through the camera roll on my phone all the way back to freshman year. I see the guy in those photos that had much shorter hair and feel a great sense of gratitude and fulfillment. And looking at those photos, I think of all the professors, fellow students, opportunities, and experiences at Bridgewater that have changed me as a person since then. There is no question that each of us sitting here today have worked hard to reach this achievement. However, I would be willing to bet that each of us also have a group and community around us that helped us get to this point. BC faculty, sports teams, our families, our friends, and everyone else in between along the way. With that being said, also reflect on the people that were by your side during this journey, not only on the greatest days of your life, but on the difficult ones as well. While Zach thinks about moments in a great big pile, I think of them a little bit differently, as little shards of glass. Each time that we have an experience, whether that be positive or negative, each shard of glass is carefully crafted into the larger mosaic that we all are as people. After our time at Bridgewater, we each possess a unique and special mosaic that consists of the people we met, the things that we learned, and each day we lived, all of those greatest days and all those not so good days. We now have the privilege of leaving here today as Bridgewater College alumni and shining a bright light through each of our mosaics in our future careers, interactions, and relationships. Everything that we have learned in or outside of the classroom here has made us stronger, more well-rounded people, and we get the opportunity to share that with the world. At the end of the song, Zach says, "Nowadays, I don't feel so alone. It can't get better, but what have I ever known?" I remember the anxiety of moving in first year, not knowing many people, and kind of feeling isolated, especially during a pandemic. However, I quickly learned that this is not a campus. It is truly a community, and I am so thankful to have been a part of it. While these years have been filled with the greatest days, I wish you all in the class of 2024 the brightest future and greatest days ahead. I already know that I'm going to pick up a newspaper one day announcing a massive innovation or achievement, and I'll get to say that I graduated with the person behind it at BC. Bridgewater College and class of 2024, thank you for some of the greatest days of my life. It has been an honor to be a part of this community. Thank you.
Thanks, Aiden, and thanks again to all of our BC community members for their comments marking this special occasion. Before I introduce our special music, I have to apologize. I overlooked an introduction of one of our platform party members. Please join me now in welcoming Mr. Dewey Williard, one of our trustees, class of 1986. And now, Quentin Banks, a music major from Hampton, Virginia, will be performing No Distance Left to Run. Quentin? Thank you, Quinton. At a college that values service as we do, it's especially fitting to recognize and honor special individuals whose dedication and service to our community make this the very special place that it is. The President's Medal is bestowed upon individuals who've demonstrated exemplary service to their community. And today we recognize two individuals who over their careers have served the Bridgewater College community and the broader community around us with great dedication and care. I'd ask Provost Savick to join me now as we recognize those individuals.
I now ask Dr. William Abshire to join President Bushman at the front of the platform. Today marks the retirement of Dr. William E. Abshire from the faculty of Bridgewater College after 37 years of dedicated service. He has been a member of this community even longer, having earned his BA in philosophy and religion from the college in 1984. He went on to earn an MA in theology from Bethany Seminary in 1986 and a PhD from the University of Virginia in 1996. As a member of the faculty, Bill rose first from an adjunct instructor to assistant professor and then earned tenure and was promoted to associate professor in 1994. In 2005, he was promoted to the rank of professor, the highest of academic acclaims, and was named the Anna B. Mao Professor of Comparative Religion. Dr. Abshire served his colleagues and the college as the chair of the Department of Philosophy and Religion for 21 years, from 1997 to 2018. Bill is a distinguished and well-published scholar and also earned the college's highest teaching honor, the Ben and Janice Wade Outstanding Teaching Award in 2000. He has been a thoughtful, conscientious, and influential teacher and mentor for thousands of students, and a wonderful colleague for those of us working at Bridgewater College. Just yesterday, at their spring meeting, the Board of Trustees promoted Dr. Abshire to the rank of Professor of Philosophy and Religion, Emeritus. Today, on the occasion of his retirement, it is with great pleasure and heartfelt gratitude that we honor Dr. William E. Abshire with the Bridgewater College President's Medal in recognition of his 37 years of unmatched dedication and outstanding service to his alma mater and her students, faculty, and staff. Thank you, Bill. I now ask Dr. Oscar Scheichel to join President Bushman at the front of the platform. Oscar Scheichel was born in Salzburg, Austria. After graduating from high school, he completed his mandatory military service in the Austrian Army before enrolling in law school at the University of Salzburg. In 1992, he moved to the United States and enrolled at James Madison University here in Harrisonburg. He graduated magna cum laude with a BS in history in December 1994. In the fall of 1995, he began his career as a high school social studies teacher at Broadway High School in Rockingham County. 5 years later, he became a United States citizen. That same year, he transferred to the RCPS Central Office as the Administrative Software Implementation Specialist. He earned an MS in Computer Science from JMU in 2001 and his PhD in Education from the University of Virginia in 2009. In 2011, he was appointed Director of Information Management, taking on the leadership of all technology operations in the school division. In 2017, the Rockingham County School Board appointed Oscar to the position of Division Superintendent, a position from which he retired in June 2023. During his tenure as superintendent, he focused on improving student mental and behavioral health. He was instrumental in creating programs recognized for their innovative approaches, noting that students can't focus on learning if they're always in distress. He has two daughters, Sophia, a Virginia Tech graduate in computer science who lives in North Carolina, and Claire, who graduated from the University of Virginia with a degree in biology and currently lives in Arizona. He also has a stepson, Bryson, and a stepdaughter, Kyla, who live with him and his wife, Danelle, in Harrisonburg. In his free time, he enjoys traveling with his family, coaching soccer, and jumping out of perfectly good airplanes. On this occasion, in recognition of his deep commitment to the education and well-being of K-12 students and of his fierce belief in the importance of education to a healthy democracy, it is with great pleasure and heartfelt gratitude that we honor Dr. Oscar Scheichel with the Bridgewater College President's Medal. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Oscar Scheichel.
Thank you, Dr. Savick. I noticed that the speeches are also scrolling on the screen over there. I have to apologize. I have this habit of editing my speeches. I made some changes last night on a school bus ride to Rockbridge County, and then some more this morning, so it's not going to be exactly like this. Members of the Board of Trustees, President Bushman, faculty and staff, family and guests, and of course, the Bridgewater College class of 2024. I'm honored and truly humbled to have this opportunity to briefly address you, and I want to thank Dr. Bushman for the invitation and Courtney Ritchie for all the valuable information about this event and my participation. It is May the 4th, so I'm going to have to invoke Yoda and say, learned these lessons over the years I have. You may not be able to see him from back there, but he is here. My advice to you is simple. Live a life that is characterized by service to others, but do so while living this one life you have to the fullest. Gerard Way put it this way: one day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. Those of you in the education department, and I'm sure many others, have heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, ranging from the most basic physiological safety needs to the top of the pyramid's self-actualization. What I will talk about, though, is the top of the pyramid, self-actualization. Very few people actually live at that level consistently, not because it's impossible, but because it requires a mindset that is really not easy to maintain on a daily basis. Maslow himself characterized self-actualization as a level of self-fulfillment, as reaching one's potential as a human being. This is difficult to achieve consistently. Most days, I'm not at my best. I just hope that on some days, I'm close. Maslow developed this hierarchy in the 1940s, and it has seen its fair share of criticism in academia for being overly simplistic and not reflective of all cultures. And that's fair enough. It's not a checklist infused with certainty. Maslow wrote about more than a dozen characteristics that he found in historical figures who he thought had reached that fulfilled life, including Abraham Lincoln or Albert Einstein. I'm not going to share this entire list, but what struck me when reading it was that multiple characteristics are tied to serving the greater good while also experiencing life to the fullest extent personally. self and service without being self-serving. You need to have a strong personal center without being self-centered. So here are some of those characteristics of people who have achieved that level. They don't exhibit every single one, and even more importantly, these are not characteristics that you simply do or do not have. You can actually practice these intentionally. Self-actualized people can tolerate uncertainty and ambiguity, and they appreciate complexity. It's great to have a plan, but life's greatest challenges often come out of nowhere. You can't avoid that uncertainty. Be prepared for having to deal with things you can't prepare for. As a group and individually, you have already overcome obstacles and traumatic events, in addition to struggles we don't even know about. As a group and as a community, you endured February 1st, 2022, something nobody could have prepared you for, and few of us who were not here that day can imagine. You suffered as a community and individually, but you also endured. Many of you graduated from high school remotely, one by one on a stage, or some other way you didn't see coming. Rockingham County graduates graduated in their cars at the fairgrounds 4 years ago. For many of you, that was incredibly disappointing, yet here you are, graduating in a much more beautiful setting. As superintendent, I had to accept that from one day to the next, my role went from trying to change how we teach students to keeping 11,000 kids and 2,000 staff members alive. Nobody was prepared particularly well for that, and yet we had no choice but to work through the pandemic. How? Talk to people who actually know what they're talking about. When it comes to ambiguity and complexity, we can also look at what's going on college campuses across the country right now. There are no simple answers to the Middle East, but that doesn't mean that there are no answers. Don't get discouraged by the difficulty of the question. Keep searching for answers, but always be aware of who your allies are. It's complicated. You are the most educated, open-minded, inclusive, and globally focused generation of all time. Don't let anyone tell you that you cannot tackle complex and ambiguous problems. When the mayor of New York City a few days ago just referred to college protesters as children, he was dismissing your thoughtfulness and capacity to engage in complex discussions. I know how I felt at your age about being dismissed. You can handle this. People who have achieved self-actualization are often highly creative. This does not mean that you have to be an artist. What it means is that you should be open to not always doing what we've always done. Be open to new experiences and new ideas. In fact, the best innovations are much more likely to come from collaborative environments in which people with different backgrounds combine their unique knowledge into creative new approaches than from this single genius inventor that we often picture. You've had wonderful opportunities here at Bridgewater. There's a long history of universities providing students with access to diversity of thought and opportunity to engage with diverse groups of people. There's also a long history of opposing this diversity of thought. Academic freedom still means something and must be protected. Continue to be open to the ideas of others. Be open to others. Self-actualized persons are concerned for the welfare of humanity. For some, this means entering into a service profession. Bridgewater College has prepared you for such careers well. As a former superintendent, I can vouch for the quality of Bridgewater education grads and the excellence of professors like Dr. Jenny Martin, with whom I had the pleasure to teach at the same high school during the last century. Sorry, Jenny. The same is true for many other departments. Carry that excellence with you proudly. It is also important to understand that serving others doesn't have to involve a public service profession. Focusing on self and service requires the realization that it's not all about you and to act accordingly. Self-actualized people are capable of deep appreciation of personal life experiences. Living a fulfilled life includes appreciating life's experiences even when they are not extraordinary, like a sunrise or a sunset, even though they happened yesterday and every day before, and they will happen tomorrow and every day after that. We can appreciate a good meal, the environment, our families, and so many other things on a daily basis. Your life will be fuller if you don't take these things for granted. And while people who are self-fulfilled appreciate these basic life experiences, they also often search for what Maslow called peak experiences. These are experiences during which you feel a sense of harmony with the universe or a level of strength and calmness all at the same time. Unlike the sunrise and sunset or a meal, these are experiences you have to search out and be passionate about. Some find them in artistic expression, some find them in athletic endeavors, some find them in a challenging project at work, others in meditation. I'm not sure if there are any slackliners in the crowd. In slacklining, you balance and walk on a 1 to 2 inch wide flat webbing that's mounted between two objects, generally a few feet above the ground. It's kind of a moving meditation for some. You can only do it by placing one foot in front of the other. And it's also simply fun. My daughter Claire does something similar. It's called highlining. Those lines are hundreds of feet above the ground, often fixed to the two sides of a canyon or between two mountain peaks even. She then walks from one end of the line to the other. When she falls, not if she falls, when she falls into a harness and then has to get back on the line. I can only imagine how alive she feels in those moments. I know she's nervous because in the videos I see, she rubs her fingers together. And this is something that she did as a little kid when she was afraid to jump off the diving board at the pool. In her own way, she is living out my favorite T.S. Eliot quote, "If you do not push the boundaries, you will never know where they are." I have a compass that has that engraved on the top. It came from LaDonna Shiflett, a member of the Bridgewater family, who also served as a school board member in Rockingham County. Now, a word of caution is in order, though. According to a recent post by the National Park Service, and I quote, "Living your life to the fullest does not have to include selfies with bison." There are just a few more pieces I will leave you with to reinforce these ideas. Remember, it's complicated, and there will be all kinds of obstacles, but anything is possible. You heard some of my personal life story. It included growing up in a poor working-class home in another country. My mom was the most highly educated member of the entire family. She had finished 8th grade. I heard all the time how nothing good would ever come of us kids. Life was complicated, but my mom also fostered the idea that our difficult present did not need to limit our future. After being the first person in my family to graduate from high school, I spent time studying law before moving to the United States, and you heard about my education here. I became superintendent in the school division I had worked in for more than 20 years at the time. Today, I'm giving a commencement speech at Bridgewater College in my second language. You have to believe it's possible, and then do it. As Yoda told Luke Skywalker, do or do not. There is no try. Also, be curious, not judgmental. I forgot who said that. I think it was Ted Lasso. Maybe Walt Whitman. Don't take democracy for granted. Having grown up in Austria, but having lived in the United States for more than 30 years now, I typically find myself defending the country I'm not currently in. That's mostly because I know that there are rarely simple answers and that neither place is better than the other in every respect. Here, you might hear me say that Austria has a much better social safety net. 2 years of paid maternity leave, for example. No limit on paid sick leave if you're actually sick. In Austria, it would often go like this when I would hear the put-downs of America. Stop judging the United States so harshly. While the Austrians followed history's worst mass murderer less than 100 years ago, the U.S. has more than 200 years of peaceful transitions of power from one president to the next. It worries me incredibly that I can't say that anymore. What keeps us from achieving greater levels of justice is the fact that self often overrides service in these discussions. How do you create a fair society without considering how it will affect you personally? That's really difficult. I've always found the concept of the veil of ignorance, or the original position developed by John Rawls, an American philosopher, in his book, A Theory of Justice, to be helpful. In his thought experiment, you have to create the rules for society, knowing that you will then have to live in that society. However, you have no idea when you develop the rules what your age, gender, race, nationality, abilities, or other characteristics will be. What will those rules look like if you don't know? Please don't think this is about being part of one political party over the other. Some of my favorite memories as superintendent involve conversations with conservative local farmers about changes we wanted to make, and work we did with conservative Republican lawmakers in the General Assembly. And I remember a local delegate proposed a bill related to mental health. The governor's office came to me and said, "We don't know what to do with that bill." And I said, "The only reason you don't know what to do with the bill is because it came from a conservative Republican out of the Valley. Look at the bill on its merit." And they supported it, and everyone in the General Assembly, it was unanimous in both the House and the Senate to approve it. But that wasn't clear, and it was only because of who wrote it. Find common ground, inclusion, acceptance, compromise, and the willingness to listen and learn rather than being driven by simple dogma unnecessary for a functioning democracy. There's an excellent documentary called An Unlikely Friendship about Ann Atwater and C.P. Ellis. One was a black civil rights activist and the other a KKK member. They met in Durham, North Carolina in the early 70s when black students were not allowed to attend a typically all-white school after their own school had burned to the ground. They spent weeks in carefully facilitated but intensely emotional conversation. These were not hug-it-out moments. In the end, schools were integrated. Ellis renounced his Klan membership and became a close friend of Atwater's. Don't get me wrong, positive social change requires people to stand up and say enough is enough. 200 years ago in this country, 5-year-olds were working in coal mines, 5-year-olds, until people said enough is enough. More recently, in fact, the year I was born, it was still illegal in Virginia for a white person to marry a black person. The year I was born, and then people said enough is enough. I was 7 years old when women could get their own credit cards across the United States without a husband's signature for the first time. Hard to believe, isn't it? In my lifetime, don't take freedom for granted. We can also look back just a few weeks when the Rockingham County School Board temporarily removed 57 books from school libraries without a single complaint having been filed. The reason? Sexually explicit content. That's fair enough. A school board does have the legal authority to set standards for what's in their libraries, but it can't do so in a discriminatory way. According to the new policy, sexually explicit content is still allowed as long as it's in the sacred text of a major world religion. They were worried because the Bible likely met their definition of sexually explicit content. If your religion is not one of the major world religions on the list, sorry, you're out of luck. Religious freedom that includes a list of which religions enjoy that freedom is not religious freedom. This is how it starts. To Caitlin Carter, one of today's graduates, thank you for organizing the band book fair a few weeks ago in that spirit. To everyone else, please continue to speak up on the issues that are dear to you. It was with great pleasure that I saw a Facebook post from Bridgewater College about the more than 50 students honored just 2 weeks ago for their academic excellence and community service. Now, just briefly, let me get back to this fulfilled life also being about living your life to the fullest as an individual. This is about more than just taking care of yourself so you can take care of others. Living life to the fullest is a positive in itself. There's this phrase I hear from people all the time when people talk about self-care. They talk about putting your oxygen mask on first. The reason I don't like this phrase is that it equates life to an emergency. We're basically taking care of ourselves so we can then help others. It devalues the experience we can have just for us. Yes, we want and need to serve others, but life experiences can also be just for us. When I go hiking in Austria, I don't just do that so my body is healthy for community service. Spending time above the tree line, 7,000 feet up in the mountains, is an incredible experience for me, just in that moment alone. When I skydive, it's not about being an adrenaline addict. It's an experience that requires me to live in the moment. When you're at 3,000 feet and your canopy is not opening the way you want it to, you don't think about anything else. You have to be fully invested in the moment. That does not have to be in extreme sports, although for me personally, that was often the avenue, whitewater kayaking, skydiving, and those things. These peak experiences can be all kinds of experience in your personal life, at work, or in some other activity. just moments when you are in complete harmony with yourself and your surroundings, where you feel completely alive with every part of your being. Try to find these moments. Soak them in when they happen. Typically, they happen outside our comfort zone. They pretty much have to. Peaks are characterized by standing out, by being at a different level than everything around them. It's more than finding a passion. It's pushing that passion to its limit. Squeeze every ounce out of this one life you have. You may as well. You can't take it with you. In that spirit, I'll leave you with this quote from Hunter S. Thompson. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in sideways, broadside, in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, "What a ride." To the graduating class of 2024, thank you. May the 4th be with you, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Christine and the Symphonic Band. Let's give them one more round of applause. Members of the class of 2024, parents, relatives, and friends, Chairman Christian, President Bushman, trustees, faculty and staff, honored guests, and others in attendance. Good morning and welcome to the commencement exercises for the class of 2024. As we enter this time of confirmation, allow me to explain the degrees and honors that we will be recognizing today. This year's graduates earning the Bachelor of Arts degree may have done so in any 16 of the 28 majors offered at Bridgewater. For the Bachelor of Science degree, graduates may have completed any one of 12 majors. The class of 2024 has 317 members. 30 students will receive the Master of Science degree. 5 students will earn a Master of Arts degree. 139 of the seniors who are graduating will receive the Bachelor of Arts degree. 143 will receive the Bachelor of Science degree. 109 members of the class will graduate with Latin honors. 42 will graduate cum laude, 40 will graduate magna cum laude, and 27 will graduate summa cum laude. 28 seniors will graduate as members of Bridgewater's honors program, the Flory Honors Program. As explained in your program, some of our graduates are wearing special cords and medals to signify their level of academic achievement and participation at Bridgewater College. In addition, the green ribbons worn by some of our seniors signify that they have signed the graduation pledge of social and environmental responsibility. 6 graduates this morning will receive their diplomas from a family member who is a trustee of the college or a member of the Bridgewater faculty or staff. Before I read the names of this year's graduates, I'd ask you all to observe a moment of silence for Brandon Fletcher, a member of the class of 2024 who passed away during his first semester at the college. Thank you. Audience members, please remain in your seats. Do not move into the aisles to take photos. Professional photos are being taken. We will begin by conferring degrees on those students who are candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in the Rhodes School of Arts and Humanities. From the Rhodes School of Arts and Humanities, Master of Arts in Digital Media Strategy, David Arthur Brown. Diana Grace Fuel. Samuel Connor Gordon. Bryce Dayton Heinbaugh. Larissa Tawanda Niles. From the Nolan School of Business and Professional Studies, Master of Science in Athletic Training, Jelani Tai Bacchus. Hannah Claire Barnett. Margaret Nicole Hodnett. Tyler Killenbeck. Alexis Danielle Mackey. Skylar Elizabeth Miles. Danielle Quinn Shannon. From the Nolan School of Business and Professional Studies, Master of Science in Human Resource Management, Nathaniel Calvin Allen. Jennifer L. Chan. Susan Berthal May Frierson. Sean Harris. Lisa Menny Harvey. Derek Danell Jenkins. Morgan K. Lawson. Helen Haijuan Liu. Brianna Gina Mathura. Nancy Morales. Casey Lynn Northrup. Ben A. Ogle. Jill Elaine Peglow. Valeria Santos Esteban. Whitney Stroop Smith. Whitney is receiving her degree from her husband, Director of Admissions, Jarrett Smith. Nia Stanton. From the School of Natural Sciences, Master of Science in Psychology, Mental Health Professions, Annika Taylor Benson. Kiana Shawnice Carter. Jillian Eve Laub. Brianna Elise Roach. Reagan Lane Scott. Hunter Nicole Sloan. Gabriella Bernadette Weiss. From the Rhodes School of Arts and Humanities, Bachelor of Arts, Samuel Earl Adkins. Malcolm Anderson. Nicholas Andrew Arnold. Blake Thomas Ashley. Quinton Anthony Banks. Isabel Ray Bauer, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. Hayden R. Berkey, in absentia. Magdalena Fantasia Broderick, cum laude. Krista Brown. Grace Marie Burdett, magna cum laude, Florey honors. John Crawford Burdett, cum laude. Caitlin Nicole Carter, magna cum laude. Ashley McKenna Casey. Bryce O. Klein. Chelsea Ariana Dillard. Katerina Alexandra Dronov, summa cum laude, Florey honors in absentia. Kari Ramon Dublin. Lindsay Nicole Fertig. Barbara Kelly Binwee Frew. Grace Elizabeth Garner, magna cum laude. Lydia Ann Hart. Ali Hekaroff. Sarah Massey Henneberger, cum laude. Areli Badillo Herrera. Kayla Jewel Hoover. Lydia Drew Huff, cum laude. Lydia is receiving her diploma from her parents, Dr. Tracy Huff and Professor Michael Huff. Grace Howell, cum laude. Jasmine Danielle Jones. Corey Edwin Keller, summa cum laude. Logan May Lotz, cum laude. Haley Francis Lutz. Samuel P. Lyons. Jordan Richard Marshall. Mayra de los Angeles Mejia Guardado. Jame Lonza Miller. Fernanda Vicuña. Tony Lynn Nesselroth Jr. Lauren Jade Knopfsinger. Jonathan A. Northrup, magna cum laude. Hannah Nicole Nugent, magna cum laude. Ruby Orpaneda. Chidozie Asondu. Christopher Connor Poe. Logan M. Raley. Brandon Ramirez Moctezuma. Meredith Rankin, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Caitlin Pilar Rhodes. Ryan Robert Tenberg, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. Christian Jose Romano. Colby Smith. Mackenzie Ray Smith. Jeffrey Michael Snyder, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Julia Pearl Stahl, cum laude. Zoe Francis Stahl. Olivia Taylor, summa cum laude, Florey Honors, in absentia. Caitlin Marie Tyner. Zachary Watts, magna cum laude. Mason Whitney. Savannah Elizabeth Wilson. Emily Denise Wiley, magna cum laude. Caitlin Ann Yoder, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Rhodes School of Arts and Humanities, Bachelor of Science. Jessica Nicole Arnold, magna cum laude. Bethany Grace Chidlow. Kiman Dejan Dillon. Jalen Isaiah Hertz. Morgan Marie Jones. Gianni Vito Maltese, cum laude. Ortez Marshman. Catherine Ann Roach, cum laude. Jonathan Thomas Taylor. Allison Carol Thompson. Kevin Lee Tiffey, cum laude. Viante Martiz Tucker. From the Nolan School of Business and Professional Studies, Bachelor of Arts, Patrick Robert Almany, cum laude. Marcus Dylan Barnum. Caleb Lee Bradley. Casey Lauren Casares, cum laude. Mark V. Chesnoff. Emma Corbin, summa cum laude. Jack T. Donovan. Gabriel Connor Elder. Kennedy Lee Fauntleroy. Tyler Bryant Gillum, cum laude. Lara Caitlin Good, cum laude. Tristan Gordon. Molly Rachel Grubbs, cum laude. Brandon Michael Hartman. Landon Hawes. Riley Ashlyn Heinbaugh. Brooke Elizabeth Hensley. Amelia Marie Hotchkiss, cum laude. Kaylin Mackenzie Howard, cum laude. Liam Hunter. Alexander James Jensen, cum laude. Ivory Justice Johnson. Delaney Margaret Kearns. Zachary Roland Kohler. Clayton J. Lawrence. Joseph Long, magna cum laude, Florey honors. Terrell Dana Lowry Jr. Caleb Livingston Massey. Jalen Huey Matthews. Travis Cole McCauley. Trevor Chase McClellan, cum laude. Michaela Brooke McCombs. Mirari Estefany Slashchev, cum laude. Gisbertus J. Metten. Emily Ashton Moore. Emily is receiving her diploma from one of her parents, Dr. Melanie Lalaker. Elizabeth R. Mumbert, summa cum laude. Metris Anthony Carter Morell. Grant Nyland. Brianna Faith Hours, summa cum laude. Madeline Grace Palladino. Caleb John Penner. Mateo Perrick. Raymond James Plunkett. Timothy M. Ramberg, Jr. Tanner Michael Ray. Easton Tyler Repko. Marshall Edward Rhodes, magna cum laude. Jillian Sierra Rife, summa cum laude. Lauren Victoria Roberts, cum laude. Jason Andrew Rodriguez. Thomas J. Ronayne, Jr. Brittany M. Rose, in absentia. Thomas Schaefer Rose. Jacob B. Sears. Sean Isaiah Sellers. Carson William Sellers, summa cum laude. Jonathan Wesley Sexton. Hannah Joyce Showalter, summa cum laude. Abigail Grace Simmons, cum laude. Jalen Ray Snary, summa cum laude. She is receiving her diploma from her stepfather, Professor Ron Alabanza. Justin Scott Sullivan. James Edward Swart, magna cum laude. Zachary James Taylor. Allison Mae Thompson. Alec John Topper, in absentia. Preston D. Turner. Valiant Allen West. Mason Alexander White. Caitlin Faith Wigglesworth, magna cum laude. Rachel Wilcox. Kayla Lynn Woolridge, cum laude. Colin Matthew Zirk, magna cum laude. From the Nolan School of Business and Professional Studies, Bachelor of Science, Maya Abul Hossein. Jaden Mackenzie Alsbury, cum laude. Robert Giovanni Argueta Romero, cum laude. Devin Authe Baker. Cheyenne Alexis Barlow, summa cum laude, Florey Honors, in absentia. Madeline Faye Bowen, cum laude. Jaquacia Anshanice Brown. Cameron Ramon Bryant. Anthony Ainsley Cadle, cum laude. Kelsey Giselle Campos. Brittany Kaufelt. Ryan Philip Costello. Madison Lynn Creason. Taryn Joyce Dawson. Karis Elizabeth David, summa cum laude. Ashley Virginia Dodd, magna cum laude. Logan Shane Douthit. Tyler Matthew Duckstein. Sarah Kendall Earl, summa cum laude. Abigail Louise Freeman, cum laude. Carly Bird Gabri. Kyla Mikkel Gray. Peyton Grace Gregory, magna cum laude, in absentia. Caroline Campion Griffin, summa cum laude, Florey honors. Haley Elizabeth Hamlin, magna cum laude. Brooke Christina Hansen. April Marie Harper, magna cum laude, Florey honors. Noelle Harrison, cum laude. Hayden Jeffrey Hawes. Bree Hannah Hilliards. Margaret I. Height. Noah Scott Hughes. Alyssa Heiler. Aiden Nicholas Keller. Madison Paige Kibler. Emma Grace Killian, magna cum laude. Caitlin Dawn Kiss. Javen Bryant Kirkendall. Elena Alexis Larcombe, magna cum laude. Javier Leal Cruz, cum laude. Vincent Michael Leo, magna cum laude. Justin Michael Lohr, cum laude. Molly Shea Louderback, cum laude. Michael Wesley Madsen. Sydney Alera Mall. Michelle Natalie Mejia Obando. Eva Arizona Miracle, cum laude. Riley Brooke Molyneux. Kerrigan Noel Mumaw, magna cum laude. Aaron McClung Moore. Madeline Gail Neff. Savannah Lee Painter, magna cum laude. Isaac Jennings Patterson, cum laude. Caitlin Petersheim. Jennifer Reyes Martinez, cum laude. Jack Tally Rhodes. Cassie Michelle Sawyer. Caitlin Nicole Seagraves, summa cum laude, Florey honors. Madison Nicole Certas, summa cum laude. Olivia Steeler, magna cum laude. Bailey O. Stinnett. Morgan Elizabeth Taylor. Michael Ray Toms. Paris L. Turner Dove. Freddie Tariq Watkins. The School of Natural Sciences, Bachelor of Arts, Daniel Connor Flynn. Heidi Elizabeth Hull, summa cum laude, Florey honors. Catherine Angela Talone, magna cum laude. Bowen Curtis Varney, cum laude. Luke Aiden Wintersgill, magna cum laude. From the School of Natural Sciences, Bachelor of Science, Dylan Michael Adams. Lucky Araodian, in absentia. Emma Claire Anderson, summa cum laude, Florey honors. Hunter Matthew Earhart, cum laude. Jennifer Arteaga Vargas. Kagan Montrese Avalos. Carissa L. Brandon. Ambria Lynn Brennan. Kyle Carson. Jack Robert Cataneo. Haley Cheney. Kyle Lee Clanton. Benjamin Virgil Clark. Carolyn Rebecca Clem. Haley Rebecca Deem, magna cum laude. Marin Evelyn Doherty, summa cum laude, Florey honors. Karis Leanne Dryden. Elijah Thomas Dunlap, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. Tanya Regina Ann Dupree. Grace Autumn Elliott, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Matthew Ekko Ellis, cum laude, Florey Honors. Kara Beth Eppard, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. James Thomas Francis, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. James is receiving his diploma from trustee Dr. Michael Kiles. Walker Thomas Grant. Nicholas P. Griffin, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Kate Marie Goober. Adriana Elizabeth Hacker, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Sabrina Elizabeth Sidney Hillegas, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Justin M. Holly. Sadie J. Hurriam. Devin Solomon Hyman. Tyler Lucas Kendrick. Alicia Contari Keo. Michael Antonio Curquedo. Taven Marie Crick. Jacob Leach. Autumn Michelle DeShazo Lewis. Andrew Joseph David Lilly, cum laude. Brady Marshall Conrad Loader. Reed Daniel Long, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Catherine Melissa Menjivar Fuentes. Avery Olivia Miller, magna cum laude. Julia Ann Moeller. Ethan Ray Moses, cum laude. Kalia Renee Moulton, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. Emma May Nesselrot, summa cum laude. Lily Claire O'Brien. Elizabeth Grace Pollock. Melanie Page Pick, summa cum laude, Florey Honors. Kelsey Ann McDowell Quinn, magna cum laude, Florey Honors. Marshall West Ritchie, summa cum laude. Andrew Scott Rodriguez. Julia Elizabeth Rodriguez. Trevor Maxwell Sager, magna cum laude. Hannah Marie Sharon, cum laude. Justice Snary, magna cum laude. Receiving his diploma from his stepfather, Professor Ron Alabanza. Sydney Grace Therian, cum laude. Ashley Marie Vennett. Logan Lee Weaver. Jasmine Ray White. Daikiria Imani Denise Whiting. Deshaun Malik Wilson. Owen Paul Wood, magna cum laude. Gabriel Marcus Wooten. Michaela Renee Zanders. Would the members of the class of 2024 please stand? If you have not already done so, I invite you now to move your tassels from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap, signifying the awarding of degrees. President Bushman, on behalf of an affirming vote by the faculty of Bridgewater College, I have the distinct honor of presenting the Bridgewater College class of the year 2024 candidates for degrees and honors as so indicated in the commencement program.
Thank you, Provost Sevick. Upon the favorable action of the faculty and under the authority of the Board of Trustees vested in me as president of Bridgewater College, I hereby confer upon you so presented the degree of Master of Arts, the degree of Master of Science, the degree of Bachelor of Arts, and the degree of Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto and appertaining. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2024. Members of the class of 2024, you are the center of our attention today, but you are not the only ones celebrating. Also deserving of congratulations, recognition, and praise are all those who have given you encouragement and support. Please do not forget to thank your families and friends, all those who made it possible for you to be here today. You've been through a lot together. There have been good times and hard times, many things that were familiar and expected, and others that were unfamiliar and completely unexpected. But the fact that you're here today is testament to your resiliency, to the strength of this community, testament to the willingness to do hard things and work together to achieve something that none of you could have done alone. Those hard things, those experiences, the lessons learned, and the habits of mind that you've nurtured will be a source of great strength that you can rely on for the rest of your life. These things don't show up on your transcript, and you weren't graded on them, but they might be the most important things you've learned. So what comes next? Don't settle. Don't betray the sacrifices that have been made so that you could reach this moment. Vocation or calling is said to be the place where your greatest talents meet the world's greatest needs. Our vocation is helping you discover and develop your potential. Our calling is to help you understand what it is and to help you imagine what might be. What will you be called to do? Where will you make a difference in the world? What possibilities will you make real? I dwell in possibility as a line from one of Emily Dickinson's poems. For occupation this, the spreading wide my narrow hands to gather paradise. There are so many possibilities in front of you. Which will you make real? What promise will you fulfill? You can do great things. Believe in yourself. This life, your life, is astonishingly precious. Spread wide your narrow hands and go make the world a better place. And now that you've received your diplomas and had your degrees officially conferred, it's my honor to welcome you as our newest alumni and declare you to be now and forever Bridgewater College Eagles. One more time, congratulations to the class of 2024. We conclude, as we always do, with the singing of the college song, Bridgewater Fair, led by the senior members of the college choir. I'd ask you to stand and please join in. The words can be found on the inside back cover of your program. And please remain standing following the college song for the benediction to be offered by Reverend Skinner.
This moment in your life is full of potential. Embrace it. Remember your days here with fondness. Trust that the community you found here will also be found beyond this place. And in the days ahead, seek goodness, truth, beauty, and harmony, and do your very best to bring about more of the same in the world. May the love of God surround you today and every day. Go in peace.
I now declare the 144th commencement exercises of Bridgewater College closed.